Marvellous to finish the roadworks. Highly. And eventually. Yeah, not everyone's skint like me. It's alright, I'm not going to start mourning. How can you mourn on a lovely day like this? You should be happy. It's that old advert up there. I've got a picture, well you've seen them, haven't you? A picture of this area from many years ago. And that was a travel agent, even then, charabanc trips. There's a picture of a huge open top bus with like solid tyres. I don't know if it's steam. And it says a 1920 something charabanc trip to the seaside. I thought, my god, but it took about 5 hours to get to Blackpool. Yeah, bug splat then, hope it's not on the lens. Just come back from Aldi. I woke up at 7 o'clock again. I'm asking someone else if he had trouble with the sleep patterns due to working shifts. Went to bed about 1 o'clock, woke up at bloody 7. But in Aldi I spotted some coffee flavoured mousses, so I've just had 2. That'll keep me awake. I forgot something yesterday. I should be ashamed, but I'll just call in here. Great Orwood Cemetery. Only cherry blossom is out. Yeah, they've been in there walking the dogs. Keep dogs on leash and don't let them bloody crap everywhere. I've seen dogs cocking their bloody legs upon graves. You think they'd sense that they're graves? Dogs are meant to have... No, I don't know, is that just silly? Yes, the chalk's still out. I should go to my dad's memorial first, but I do. Oh, nice to see flowers there. My best mate at school, Gary Clarkson. 4th of July 64, I was born in March 64, so I was slightly older. Yeah, we're best pals from the age of 11, 12, 13, and then we sort of fell out. And I saw him once after we left school. I had my 125 in the early 80s, and he worked in retail all his life. He was at some store in Blackburn I went in. And he'd shaved all his hair off. He had like an Osmond's cut in the 70s. And his old mum and dad stopped for my tea many a time. I always remember Yorkshire pudding, but I didn't like it. Have you left my Yorkshire pudding, Stephen? I said, yeah, sorry. I don't like Yorkshire puddings for some reason. Dad were called Albert, Mum Irene. Yeah, poor lad. The story in the newspapers, it was quite shocking. It said he collapsed in the street and it turned out he needed brain surgery. He had cysts on his brain. And he was a polite, quiet lad. And then when he came round from the operation, his mum said he went all aggressive and started drinking heavily. And he lived alone in Richton, the next town. And then someone found his body. Bottom of the stairs. He'd either tried to go upstairs after drinking, or, you know, tried to go to the toilet and fell downstairs and broke his neck. Age 44. Poor lad. The mum said she saw him. Well, a couple of years before that happened, I saw Gary. He said, hello, Mrs. Rutter. Gary Clarkson, your friend from school. I said, oh. But there were never any kind of school reunion. Someone tried to start one in Rishton because that's where the school was, but not specifically for our year. You know, we were the class of 1980, left in 1980, whereas it was a generic one. It said anyone between 79 and 84. And I didn't go, but I looked at the photos on Facebook. My favourite teacher was Mr. Easton, a right decent chap. A little old man now. 55? Was he only 55? Oh, this is another chap. This must be the same one. Must have been older than 55. That's what I am next year. Yeah, he was a supervisor, quality control inspector at GEC Aircraft Engineering, which closed down in 1995. You're a decent chap. Looks a bit like George Formby. Yeah, he's the one that came to me after I made my first batch of reinforcing riblets for aircraft wings. Have you done this job before? I said, no, the old crap. No, on the contrary, I've passed 9 out of 10, he said. I said, is that good? He said, yes. He said, the failure rate is normally 5 out of 10. I'll have a word with the supervisor. And I'll get the job, get you doing the job all the time. And I shot myself in the foot because it was hard work, bashing away at sheets of aluminium all the day. And the lad who used to do 5 out of 10 said, oh, you shot yourself in the foot there, it's hard work this. Anyway, enough of that waffle. It's catching my dad's ashes here, between these 2 trees. And like I said, it was yesterday. I don't keep track of days anyway. Well, not, the dates rather than days. 12th of May 2003. And you see, they're meant to be boxing gloves. He was a big boxing fan. He met Muhammad Ali in the early 90s. My older brother lived in Edinburgh at the time with his wife. I said, Dad, are you coming up? Why? Muhammad Ali's on tour. He's at Waterstones with his photography, signing copies of this photo book. So I checked my camera, and when he got there, it said no, strictly no cameras. And my brother had a little tiny pocket camera like my little pen sets I've got with me. I said, Dad, get closer, put your arm on his shoulder. So he did do. And on the photo there's a picture of a security man's hand trying to block the photo. And I said, what happened? No, I said, he just shook his head and sort of smiled. I didn't try and grab the camera off you. I said no. Didn't want to cause a scene. I take a picture every year. It's 15 years this year, sort of a... sort of a milestone, 15 years. Never more than a thought away. I wish I'd talked to him more. I never spoke a lot, and yet in the pub after a few pints apparently was the life and soul of the party. He was one of them people that underwent a complete character change when they had a few drinks, whereas I don't. I suppose a lot of people do, don't they? I just get an overwhelming urge for a curry and then get sleepy. Ah well, it's where we're all going to end up, isn't it? We're not immortal. We're all doomed. Nice spot, isn't it? Garden of Remembrance. I'd just been down to Aldi in the cell. I was looking at the different range of them solar lights, and I thought, well, should I put a solar light there? Or a plant? I think someone's put some plastic ones so they last all year. But someone said stuff gets pinched, kids, this is a route from school. Because school I went to, all the kids walk along this, which is the old railway line, which was ripped up in the 60s following Beeching's cuts, and this was a loop line from Blackburn. I'm not sure where it went to. I think it ended up in Burnley. And there's a path they built, they call it the White Path, full of bloody dog walkers, of course, emptying the dogs, but it's a nice scenic walk along the old railway line on this white gravel path, and all the kids walk along, detour through the cemetery, and they've been known to pinch things. I'm sure they don't do it all the time, but you know, I thought, well, if I leave a little light or something, will it disappear? And the one at Aldi was a nice quality one, like a glass light bulb with little yellow filaments in, for £5. And then that original factory shop where I got Ian's t-shirts from, I went back there and they have a choice of two for a £5. Oh, little baby. I'm not going to dwell in here. A lad from school was died recently. I won't say his full name, but he's called Neil, and that lad from the computer shop, I went to school with him. He said, have you heard about Neil dying? I said, no. Yeah, riddled with cancer. 54, and I just looked at the funeral home. The funeral was on 9th of May. He was interred here. And I wonder, well, he wouldn't have got round to making a stone yet, will he? Should I go on that gravel path? You never know what's lurking in the gravel. Maybe screws or nails or anything. I'll show you the old railway line. One of the big rates to have trains running up and down, and we're being a loop line, it could be steam trains. With our gridlock roads, well, like I said about that video I did before, Beeching is a short-sighted old fart. They don't understand what will happen in the future. Didn't he realise that the bloody roads will be gridlocked with our ever-expanding population? Then again, you wouldn't expect a population of, what is it, 70 million by the year 2018. Yeah, so this is the old railway line. It would have been a 20-foot drop. There's a bridge here. The next bridge is where my local pub is, or what was once my local pub, where me and Brian used to go play pool all night. The Victoria. A bench there. Oh, a bench and a picnic table there. Looks like they never cut the grass. Yeah, so there it is. It's on different levels. It's good for cycling on. You know, you can cycle. Oh, does that mean yes you can cycle or no you can't cycle? I think blue means you can, doesn't it? If it said no cycling it'd say so, but I got being shot at with air rifles. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, horses. Yes, that's your railway line. What a pity. Imagine trains drifting up and down here in the 50s. I think the last train was 1963 or 4, when I was born actually. Yeah, I like a good train. What I thought I'd do today, I know it's same old, but I thought I'll carry on to Samlesbury Hall, because on Sundays someone does a Sunday ghost walk or a history tour, and I thought New Simon Entwistle was there. Yeah, look at the speed of these. This is a bit of an accident black spot. Yeah, a chap called Simon Entwistle, he runs a company, well it's his own company, it's only him, Top Hat Tours, and he wears a top hat and a cape and he does historical walks in mainly Clitheroe, but he does one here at Samlesbury Hall as well, where I'm going. Splat, that was a big one. I'm glad to build that traffic island because it's sort of a protection. Oh, I felt nervous turning up here, but with an island there, it'd wake people up. A girl on a trike crashed into one of those islands though a while back. How she managed that? Looking in your mirror and suddenly there's a traffic island, but if it's in the middle of the road, I don't know what she was thinking of. Freshly mown fields, aren't you lovely? Yeah, so I'm sorry, it is same old, but I'm glad someone actually said, well, we don't mind that, it's just that you're talking about different things. I said, well, that's the point. I think everyone goes to the same places, you don't necessarily go hundreds of bloody miles. I mean, Spicy, he's sort of branched out into different subjects. He's welding dragonflies and making clocks out of brake discs. Good luck to him, but you know, he lives in Hailing Island, so we go up the beach, have a look at what's been washed up, sea creatures, and he seems a pleasant lad. And he's just diversified his subjects a little. We're going to stop there and have a look round, but we've done it all before up here, haven't we? Hills, hills, hills. Oh, some nice views though. Let's just stop. Pooh, I can smell cannabis. Is that from that car that's just gone past? Oh, look at that, not lovely. Can see for miles today. I thought I was going to settle in Kirby Lonsdale, but I wanted something that would be associated with my dad. And my mum and dad went to Blackpool a lot, and because I've not been for quite a while, I thought I'll do my second part of the video, Samlesbury Hall to Blackpool, and time it again. Not that I'm going to speed, but be interesting to see if there's any congestion on the roads. I should have set off earlier, but I was checking out my back door, then I went to Aldi, then I went to that other shop, looking at the solar lights, like I said. And my back door, it's come out quite well. In fact, that's why I went down to Aldi to see if they still had some Gorilla Glue, but because it was 2 weeks ago when it was in the sale, it's all gone now, but they had Gorilla Tape left, duct tape. Well, that's no good, is it? So that's Blackpool on the horizon between these two hillocks. I know I could have pulled out then, but let's stay to these roads. I said I weren't going to comment on potholes again. It's pointless, isn't it? Spice Lounge. Yeah, I could murder an Indian. That's what Mike Harding said. Remember Mike Harding? He's on a load of old YouTube uploads. Little chubby singer from Rochdale, the Rochdale Cowboy. And he went on tour of America with his band. And he said they were sat in a quiet bar full of American Indians somewhere. I don't know where it'd be. And he said, "Are you missing home, lads?" "Well, this beer's not so clever, is it, mate?" "Well, it's alright." "What about this steak?" "Well, it's not so bad, but I could murder an Indian." And everything went quiet, and they all felt all these eyes staring at them. I could murder an Indian, and they're surrounded by red Indians. And they might try to explain, no, you see, we're from England and India means a curry. What are you saying, boy? A curry, you know, Indian curry, Indian from India, not red Indian. And they sort of stammered their way into a load of explanation. I think they made their excuses and left in the grand tradition of News of the World reporters. I could murder an Indian. You all know what it means, don't you? You could demolish an Indian curry. Because they're delicious and they're even more tasty after a few beers. I should have checked for bug splats, shouldn't I? And if there's a big splat on the lens now and you can't see a thing. Oh, another. Full of bloody bugs. When I was eating that ice cream last Sunday, I was surrounded by midges. The midges like ice cream, or was it me with my aftershave? I've not put any on today. I think it was my mum. She gave me a little tester spray, aftershave tester spray. I think it was from Avon or something, because she knows the Avon lady, so it's in my pocket. And I thought if I start to smell, or my gloves do, I get sweaty, I'll give it a squirt, because it's not really the sort of aftershave you wear on your neck. It's a bit feminine smelling. Which way I to go? I could go down that lane again, but I'll turn left and go the Brownhill roundabout way. Ouch, my leg's still. It weren't so bad this morning when I woke up because I wore my support bandage all night. I'm not sure if you're meant to, it'd affect your blood supply. I thought I'd wake up with a black leg. But I just think it's moving in one position. Or I used to get this on my X4, and my X4 was terrible. The seat, because it's they actually made a model called the LD and made it even lower down. And you had a crick. Well, I had a crick behind my bloody knee. It hurt like hell. So only kept it for less than 18 months. Lovely bike though, but custom bikes are just not designed for anyone over 5'8", I think. Right, no red light jumpers, good. A bit spooky this, because this is the A treble 6. 666, the number of the beast. I've not put my tyres on horn because it's a sort of tribute ride to my dad. I thought, no, I'm not going to be silly today. Although I just have, haven't I? I thought I'd set the mirrors to the optimum level. It must need a little slight bit of adjustment again. There it does. The idea is when the wind blows it, which it will if I go on the motorway or the A road. I'm going to miss this green light. No, good. Bloody hell. Bull's Head is a co-op. That's another pub that shut down. I noticed it were boarded up last year. Now it's converted into a co-op. Plenty of residents. Why don't they go to the pub? I want to go to the pub, love. No, there's no going on there. Very courteous, thank you. But like I said, that's what Cameron said. 50 pubs a week are closing down. And I thought, well, it's because they're boring. Something going on, they won't close down, will they? Make lots of money. Just get some music on a karaoke. Or a free jukebox. Look at that. Welcome to Blackburn. Cathedral Quarter. Sir Charles Napier. It's a live music venue with an upstairs music room with a stage. Blackburn Market. Music school. Victoria Sponge. Nothing behind us. I'm glad they got the weather forecast wrong. It said scattered showers on the Friday night weather forecast. Dad, I think you got it wrong again. How far is Preston? 10 miles. I thought they were flowers, were all weeds, aren't they? I just bought all those pansies for my hanging baskets. I know they're not ideal for hanging baskets, but in the centre I've done a circle of pansies called Razzle Dazzle. Doing 50, yeah. And in the middle I put a bush fuchsia. I think I mentioned it, didn't I? It looked very nice. And one of the solar lights is stuck in the middle of one. Isn't that exciting? Blackburn Rugby Club here. Accrington Bike Club used to have their down there. Used to have the bike rally there on the pitch. But imagine pitching your tent on somewhere where lots of big lads have been spitting. That's all they do all through the matches. Pa, poo, pa, pa. I'm afraid bike rallies don't appeal anymore. There's still a speed camera down here. Don't do over 50, you get fined a lot of money. Just doing 50. So as you can see, this area of Blackburn is quite leafy, just as we're leaving it. I'm going to put one of my leather waistcoats on because it's a bit breezy, but I'm warm enough. Well, Samlesbury Hall. Spelt Samlesbury Hall. Yeah, I came here before on my bike. Bloody hell. To go on the historical house tour. You know, it was free. Oh no, sorry, no, they charged £3 then, now it's free. They charged £5 and nobody were going, so they dropped it to 3. And I went, and now it's free, so who pays the bills at the hall? Unless it's profits from the tea room or something, I don't know. But yeah, there's 3 different people. There's Simon Entwistle with his top hat and cape. Henry VIII in all the gear, big bloke with a beard. And the other one, which I got, is a witch. And she's there with blacked out teeth. I think it was black. It couldn't have been her own teeth, I don't think. And she talked like that. And she was dressed in this costume, not a traditional witch's costume, just like a sort of hag costume. And she kept waffling on and on and on, and 40 minutes later we're still in the same room. So we're playing up to the kids because there were some kids visiting. So of course she put on we're chasing around the room with a dead rat. It was like a freeze-dried rat. It looked real, but it was just like a flat rat. So 40 minutes later I was still in the same bloody room, and I felt like I was going to faint. I'm not sure which jacket I had on. Even, you know, carrying my helmet, stood there in my jacket, gloves in my helmet. So I just left. So I've not seen the actual tour of the house. I'm turning right here, all to keep the distance. I've got my high-vis vest on. Go past Kentucky, has it been demolished? Didn't notice it. Millbrook. Bloody hell, I squirted some potholes on the main road, man. Look at that, oh, fire. None of my little LEDs keep pinging out. Look at that, someone's twisted the speed camera around. Yeah, I'm not sure I am for petrol. Plenty of other stations though. Oh, let's see you, Kentucky. Yeah, before I come out, when I was in Aldi a few weeks ago, they were selling WD-40 solvent cleaner. It said chain cleaner, but I could, if I spray it on your calipers, you'd think it'd loosen up all the dirt on the pistons. I'm going to do a proper job on them in June and get them spotless and moving freely. Pump it, squidge them back after you've cleaned them. Pump it again, squidge them back with a G-clamp, like I did last year. It should hopefully free them up, but they felt a bit stiff and they still feel stiff. But the blast from that little can, I thought that would be a solution to those scooter robberies in London. Just sneak up on them, open the visor, and it's a really powerful blast. It's pocket-sized little tin, squirted in the bloody eyes, and that's it. Oh, it's loosened off now. What's going on? Yes, I'm turning now, but don't get too close. Oh, line of traffic coming. Marvellous. The entrance isn't that obvious, it's this stripy one here, so if I can go after this car with the spotlights, I'll be right. Oh, they're turning as well. Bugger. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. Yeah, so here we are again, same old, but it's worth another visit. Now that all the trees are green. Oh, my leg. Should I go all the way with my legs stuck out? Have you noticed I've only got my thin jeans on? What are you doing, Albert? A drone. Setting a drone up. Sun's on the wrong side, you can't see all the carvings. I'll just stop in this little lay-by thing. Are you going, Albert? Oh, have I come the wrong way? Entrance. Lay-by. Well, it's steps in it. So it dates from 1320. And I've said, well, like I keep saying, it's same old, oh, I've got the drone going. Yeah, in 1920s, Blackburn Council in the Wisdom were going to demolish it because it was in a poor state of repair. I saw some photos online of, I'm looking for ancient timbered inns. And there was a ramming down in Devon, I think it was. And the wood eventually, well, like my back door, even though it's oak, it starts to sag, even though there's bricks. Well, it's usually either wattle and daub or bricks between the wooden construction timbers. And it's suddenly sagging. Some were derelict. It said, oh, this is a time capsule because the owners just decided to just move out because it's just falling to pieces, and it was like that, only sagging with the walls bulging out. So what a shame. It should all be preserved. Little Morton Hall where Fred Dimner was, that was sagging. And so they've done some rectification work by putting tie bars all the way through and under the floor, so although it's sagging, it shouldn't sag anymore, but they don't have functions anymore upstairs because lots of people mean more weight. So therefore it might just collapse despite the turbines. You've only got a certain tensile strength. Just imagine now, 1400s people on the lawn. What would life been like then? Life expectancy of about 40 if you're lucky. And there'd be sword fights at the drop of a hat or the slap of a glove. What are you looking at? I'll just make it noise. Ah, pull me sword out and slice you up, my son, eh? I challenge you to a duel on the lawn at dawn. Yeah, where's the drone? Behind that tree. Anyway, I'll end it here, the first part. Thank you for watching.